Okay, you people of the living world, give me a clue. What the hell is the purpose of a psychologist? Now, over the past 3.5 odd years, come across a lot of them, all wanting to tell me how I should feel and all the rest of it. All about 12 years old, females with knobbly knees, and young men wearing houndstooth jackets with leather patches on the elbows, which I thought went out many, many years ago. Idiots. Anyway, unexpectedly I watched part of the news this morning, mainly because I was told to watch the news this morning. And there was some sort of an altercation in a street somewhere, I don't know. Bit of road rage and all the rest of it. And at the end they said they had sent in some psychologists for the bystanders who had witnessed this event. Now I'm not sure if I'm going mad or if the world is, but do you really need a lot of people who don't have a medical degree? Otherwise they would be psychiatrists and not psychologists. They probably did a TAFE course, part-time after work or in their lunch hour or before breakfast, and got a piece of paper which they sent in with 3 cornflakes box tops, and then they get a certificate to say they're a psychologist. Give me strength. What are you talking about? The first time I came across one of these animals was, oh God, I don't know how long ago it is now, but I was in hospital and had a nice private room which they kept dark because I'd just come out of a thingy, and this young man walked in, sat down, and said, "How are you, Frank?" Wrong start to the day. Nobody calls me by my first name, unless they're friends of mine, like you lot. You can call me Frank, you can call me idiot, you can call me whatever you want to. But this irks me when everybody calls you, or thinks they have the right to call you by your first name. Anyway, he started on, he was the advance party to tell me that I wouldn't be walking again. And he wanted to know if, or rather how I was taking it. Well, I'd found out from the doctor the night before, who'd been through everything and all the rest. And it was going to be now a gradual deterioration. So this little fellow says, now, you will have to adjust to a lot of things in life, but we have all these services, all these brochures to help you do so. I don't need a brochure. I've got friends around me, and I got a fully stocked bar. I don't need some 16-year-old half-trained, half whatever telling me what I need. So then we got to what I was. I actually said to him, "Oh, so am I a cripple now, am I?" And he said, "Oh, we don't use that word anymore." No, that's bad. That's an ugly word. Well, lesbian's an ugly word, but it gets used all the time. So I said, "Well, what am I?" And he said, "You are mobility impaired." Mobility impaired. So I said, I'm an invalid then, not a cripple, an invalid. And he said, "Well, we don't really like that word either. The mobility impaired bit can be coupled with a few other things." So I invented a word, crippled. First three letters of one and the last three letters of the other. Cutting a long story short, because this is one of these things where I don't have any editing facilities, so you get it as you get it. He went away. I don't think he liked me very much, but there again, not many people do. That night, now I'm in a single room, but they keep semi-dark, right? No idea why they do that. I'd much rather have the lights on and some dancing girls at the end of the bed. I mean, that would be fine. But all this sombre stuff. Anyway, I had an iPad with me. And I paid the extra to have Spotify Premium, so that I can listen to music even if I'm offline, because hospitals, for some strange reason, very seldom have Wi-Fi. Anyway, I'm listening to this music. I didn't have headphones on, I just had it because I didn't want to disturb people in other parts. This was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I could get away with it because I had a room to myself. And this nurse comes in. Quite attractive, actually. Yes, quite attractive. And she said, that's very sad music you're listening to. Are you depressed? And I said, no, I'm not depressed. She said, I have to report it if I feel that you're depressed. And I thought, well, I don't think you're supposed to tell me that, but we'll let it go. I said, it's not depressing music. I said, it's Simon and Garfunkel from The Graduate. Blank look, nothing. She asked what it was about, and I said, well, it's about a boy who has an affair with this woman, but then fancies and runs off with her daughter. Oh, one of those movies. And I said, no, not one of those movies. It was the music of the 60s. And it was fabulous. And she said, oh, the 60s. Oh, I wasn't born till 1985. That's when you feel old. Getting back to the psychiatrist during the day, two of my friends had been with me when he turned up, and they went and sat in the corner and pretended to be doing something, but they were listening in all right. And when he left, we had a whiskey together. They bought hip flasks for me, but we ended up drinking them anyway, because hospitals frown upon a few glasses of whiskey. I don't know why. Reckons it clashes with recovery periods and drugs and all the rest of it. Made me feel excellent. And they were killing themselves with laughter about this crippled thing and not being able to properly walk anymore, and it will gradually get worse over the next year, and then finally, as I am now. So off they went, and the next day, hand delivered was an envelope, and in the envelope was a picture of the Coventry frigate, I think, that was hit in the Falkland Islands conflict and was sinking, smoke everywhere, and she's gradually going down. And written across the top was, "This ship is not sinking, it is only mobility impaired." Can't really answer that, can you? Anyway, psychologists turn up everywhere. Somebody cuts a finger, a psychologist is sent in. Somebody sees somebody have a seizure in the street, they send in psychologists. I am more annoyed when they do it with children, because children are very resilient. And you know, there was a car accident outside a school a couple of months ago, and on the news it said nobody was killed, by the way, nobody. Hurt, yes, ambulances, flashing lights, all that nice sort of stuff. And they said that they had sent in a team of psychologists to counsel the children. Why? Children don't need it. They'll be upset for a while, and then somebody will pull out a video game or a girls' skipping rope if they still have them or whatever, and off they go. But if you get all these little half-trained, half-baked brain idiots telling them they have to put across their emotions, how they're feeling, and how to repair the sorrow that they're having. Well, a load of crap. They're not having sorrow. They'll be upset for a day, and then the next day they'll be talking about it, and then on day 3 it'll be forgotten. Yeah, psychologists. After we get rid of 98% of the solicitors and lawyers and barristers and get them out of the way, let's start on psychologists. We'll put them to work. Oh, we'll send them to sea as seamen. That'll soon fix them. Anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Sorry, still no editing. It's just raw as it comes. This is what you get. It will get better, I promise you. But I might have to buy a lot of new equipment before it does. Anyway, what's today? I don't know what day of the week it is anymore. Oh, Thursday. I've just been told it's Thursday. So have a good day today and tomorrow. Enjoy your weekend. Have a few drinks. Unfortunately, you can't do anything about psychologists because they don't have a target painted on them. But if they did, I know where you can get a gun supply. Have fun.